rich blend. There are no richer tasting coffees.
It's a name so infamous, only exile could resurrect its reputation as one of the most effective brand names for a roller coaster. The Bat was a colossal failure of a coaster project for Canada's Wonderland's parent company, Taft Broadcasting. At their chief park, Kings Island, the name was first attached to their prototype suspended coaster from Aerodynamics. The history of that ride was extremely short-lived and opened the opportunity for the brand to be assigned in another form.
This is what V6 power is all about. The power to climb, to pass, to tow.
Health ahead, and everything you find right.
Meanwhile, back in Canada, in 1986, Canada's Wonderland had enjoyed 3 successful additions to the park, with Thunder Run and that before it, Skyrider in '85, with Whitewater Canyon in 1984, the stand-up coaster model having been also given a dry run at Kings Island. Taft had an aggressive expansion plan for their jewel of a park north of the border. Budget constraints with the successive roller coaster installations, however, may have contributed to a slimmer budget than was available in previous years. The park needed something reliable, affordable, yet at the same time turn the heads and attract local thrill seekers.
Real chunks of meat in a rich, tasty jelly.
It starts to neutralize acid in less than 10 seconds. That's 10 seconds.
Call her. Go on, call her. No, it's long distance.
Years earlier, in 1984 at La Ronde, their closest Canadian competitor in Montreal, they opened Boomerang, the first of only 2 backwards looping coasters by Vekoma in North America. Canada's Wonderland made the decision to purchase the model, which in only a few short years would become one of the most recognizable clone designs in the world. The decision would serve the purpose of meeting the thrill needs of an even hungrier public looking to sink their teeth into deeper and more terrifying thrills. But the park would need to distinguish their new attraction from the one several hours down the Trans-Canada Highway. Their answer required a legend.
No, you're not ready yet.
Why should we believe you?
Welcome to Canada's Wonderland, where our new ride's going to tie you in knots. First, we'll give you one quick twist. One more. And then, hello. But if you think that was scary, now you have to do it all over again. Backwards. Only at Canada's Wonderland, because Wonderland's the one.
Local icon Joe Flaherty, also known for his appearances in Happy Gilmore and Freaks and Geeks, starred as the locally loved icon The Count from SCTV in Wonderland's TV commercial ad launch for the Bat. The crossover was perfect, not only for its humorous take on the new attraction, but also with the remarkable ease of the crossover due to its theming. The result is likely the most memorable ad in the park's history and the only ever to be hosted by a celebrity. In the late winter of 1987, the ride took shape and due to its mass production, was easily constructed on a vacant piece of land next to Wild Beast. The placement of the ride here was also a masterstroke for park planning, as the Bat to this day serves as the gateway for the west entrance of Medieval Fair. The perspective of the ride from International Festival and Thunder Run invites riders or terrifies onlookers from the numerous vantage points offered.
It's hard to believe.
It's child's play.
For decades, at 117 feet, the Bat commanded the Wonderland skyline, long creating awe among backseat riders, near able to look parallel at the peak of Wonder Mountain from atop the lift. theming of the bat perfectly suits medieval fare. The color scheme, while a simplified black and red, also suits the earthen tones of the area and theming of the ride. This was changed in 2008 to red with light orange supports, but thankfully the park in 2017 changed the ride back to the more appropriate original scheme. A new merchandise shop opened with the bat, the Belfry, selling various forms of merchandise of the ride and its iconic logo. Now a facepaint and henna stand.
Really?
The ride cost $3.5 million and debuted as the park's 34th ride at the time. Anyone who remembers that opening year will recall numerous delays with the ride and an epic 2-hour or more wait time, as technical issues with the ride's lift system, along with the limitations of a single train attraction, made the first season difficult. This train, meanwhile, had not originally come with the park, as the ride, having purchased 3 trains for Dragonfire, their aerodynamics custom looping coaster in 1981, used one of these for the Bat, which had a suitable track design. After further modifications, the Bat was able to lead a successful operation life, which it enjoys to this day. A neat investment of a ride that has remained iconic both in appearance and legacy within the park. It's hard to think of Canada's Wonderland without the Bat. With perfect theming, location, and history behind it, it is hard to argue that it is not one of the most successful Vekoma Boomerang installations of the 60 in the world ever realized.
Right!